Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very tiny nose, and if you ever saw him, you would even say it both.
Hello, it's DPX here, and wait, shit! I almost forgot. It's DPX, and it's Christmas time. Christmas month is here, and yeah, as you guys might know by watching my Nintendo Direct all the way back, like August, I'd say, I announced that I won't be doing What'smas. What'smas basically was my Christmas special from last year, where it was basically 12 days of Christmas, but I called it What'smas, and it was like a different video every day, like a funny video. One day I did like all characters from Smash Ultimate in 10 words or less, stuff like that. The finale was a Rudolph movie. 2, in fact. One more so than the other. It was mostly about the Island of the Misfit Toys from 2001, but I talked about the one from 1964. That's right, there are other Rudolph movies. Yeah, I might as well finish what I started. Or it's more like, start this mini-series off by finishing up what I started, that being what I ended last year with. So, let's get right into this. I don't want to make any more videos about Rudolph movies, so let's cover them all now. Now, if I want to cover Rudolph movies, I have to cover all of them, which includes the short from 1948. Like 8 minutes long. Look, it doesn't have such good reviews online, but I mean, it's nearly like 70 years old, so making fun of it now would be like making fun of an old man or lady because they're wrinkled. Like, why even bother? But there's one. There's a Rudolph movie from 1998. We're gonna watch it. A Care Brothers production? More like, I don't care, brothers. Funny. That's funny. He fell over. Wait a minute.
They're the fastest deer I know.
Can you think of something original, please?
Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. It's getting started. Oh yeah, we got some credits here. Yeah. Names. Oh, they got Whoopi Goldberg in here. Okay, there we go. It's a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the movie. Let's go. Yes. Yes. Alright, opening credits. Is this just, are they just gonna list everyone and, oh my God. You see, think about every other movie in existence. You don't do the opening credits and nothing else. You have the names go on while stuff is happening. This movie couldn't get that right. That ain't a good sign at all. After we patiently get through the opening credits, we start with a shot of a bunch of elves and other people just playing around with the sound of a train. We then get introduced to Santa's village.
Rudolph, please stop looking at me like that, alright? I'm gonna have to call 911.
Look at my little guy. Isn't he a cutie?
Oh yeah, did I ever mention that this is a musical? The other Rudolph movies were kind of musicals too. Some of the songs are fine, but others speak for themselves. It's not even that they're necessarily that bad, but they just feel forced sometimes. Now we get introduced to these two random characters. Don't know their names or anything about them, just know that they're elves. After all that happens,
Yeah, toys on Christmas Day. Toys. And games. And books. And maybe movies. Or fucking anything else someone's asked for. Do you think you can run that by me one more time?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard that one before. So then we get introduced to this fat bitch who we also know nothing about, but she must be a big deal because everyone shits themselves when they see her. So Santa comes and it turns out that the bitch is named Stormella. You can tell that they really tried with that name. And Stormella closes her ice place, which will make horrible weather. She also threatens to fuck up anyone who enters. Remember that.
Ruddy the red-nosed reject ain't ever gonna be a flyer.
Look at his stupid nose. It's red.
Wait, what? It's over? There's still an hour left, though. Oh my god, it is over. Yeah, I wish.
But most of all, I'd like to thank the doe of my dreams, Zoe.
Oh, look, it's the love interest out of nowhere. Hey, in the Island of the Misfit Toys, Rudolph got the girl by throwing a fucking snowball and just following her. Will he actually have to sort of try to achieve that as a goal in this movie?
Don't be embarrassed. I didn't know you were there. I liked your acceptance speech. You did? Want to take a walk?
Did you really expect anything else?
Gotta go, Rudolph. Bye.
Oh, they actually did it. Okay, never mind.
Laugh.
Fuck!
You left a note.
Dear Mom and Dad, goodbye forever. Love, Rudolph.
Well, that was just straight to the point. So blah, blah, blah. A bunch of nothing happens. We meet some characters that are not even really worth talking about. And Rudolph, Zoe, and everyone else is at Stormella's ice castle. Remember, there's like dire consequences if you go there. Yeah, I don't remember either. So then we get another musical number. Stormella turns into a fat version of Zelda. Zoe says stuff to Rudolph we already knew about. This Gray Fox guy frees the heroes and lets them out. Stormella almost dies, but then she and Rudolph get even with each other. Santa Claus cancels Christmas, but except he doesn't because Rudolph and friends come back. Rudolph guides Santa's sleigh. They go to deliver gifts. Some characters open up gifts, and the movie ends.
That's it. Bad movie. Stupid. Boring. Whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of missed opportunities. Like, they could have actually touched people in some scenes, you know. I didn't even talk about this, but there's like the reindeer games to determine who joins Santa's sleigh. You know, Rudolph doesn't even win that, but he still joins the team, so what's even the point? Yeah, that's one movie. We're done. Right? First episode is done? No, I wish. But there is another movie. In fact, it's actually done the same style as the first Rudolph movie I talked about back in 1964. This came out like a while later, but it's actually quite different since it's a crossover. It's called Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. So you might be wondering, hey, this is a July movie. Why are you talking about it in your Christmas video? Yeah, it's still got Christmas in the title. Just want to give you a warning. The footage I have on my computer that you'll be seeing in the video is actually from like a time it aired on TV. So you'll see a bunch of like, after this airs, this will air stuff, you know. So please excuse that.
Hey, Frosty!
Hey, Rudolph!
So it starts with Rudolph and Frosty just, saying hi to each other and, that they know each other. Okay. Don't worry, I'm sure that there's canon comics that can explain this.
Would you light up your nose for us, Uncle Rudolph? Just once, please?
Wait, Rudolph is Frosty's brother? Where's the lore here? Oh yeah, don't even get me started on the fact that Frosty has kids. So then Rudolph's nose somehow creates a snowstorm, I think, and then comes the title. I guess it's just Rudolph and Frosty now.
Oh shit, there it is.
So after another painstakingly long opening credits, seriously, why do they do this? We get Santa explaining things.
North Pole named Winterbolt.
Look, I would be terrified if I was a little kid watching this. Especially since it's for ages 4 and up. Yeah, this is very inappropriate for a 3-year-old. Wait, if you're 3, or even under 13, how are you watching this video?
I will not let them. Oh, but I am so old.
You don't look too old. Oh yeah, who the fuck are you?
Well, I guess we're not supposed to know. Wait, what? Why is this baby Rudolph now? Oh, it's you again. And we still don't get to learn who this is. Oh, that was a flashback? Just to fill out the duration of the movie, huh? I also guess we're just not supposed to question why there's snow in July. I'm sure there is a very, very slim possibility of actual snow in July, but it's super rare. So a little something, like anything, to explain why there is snow in July. Like even a mention like, hey, isn't it crazy how it's snowing in July? So then the villain, who I already forgot the name of, shoots Rudolph's nose, and he can't light it up anymore, while Frosty is trying to comfort him, but...
I get this is stop motion, and they didn't have much to work with. But, I mean, come on. This makes Frosty seem a whole lot less genuine.
Rudolph, your nose just can't go out. Santa depends on it.
Wait a minute, Frosty, you have a red nose too.
Oh yeah, and that last scene meant nothing.
It won't melt. And this time every year he picks up a big load to take down to the seashore for the 4th of July weekend.
Well, now you acknowledge that the movie takes place in fucking July. You're still not gonna do nothing with it though, are you?
Now we meet this guy named Meldon. Get it? Because he's an ice cream man and ice cream melts. Anyways, he cries about his fiancée. There's so much stuff going on right now, and is any of it interesting? What do you think the answer is? We also get another musical number, and... just listen to this shit.
Everything I've always wanted. You are everything I've always wanted.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, nothing much happens next. This movie's a whole lot of nothing. I mean, there's a circus, a Rudolph clone, Frosty fucking melts, but then he doesn't, and then the worst cover of the Rudolph song I've ever heard plays.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
And the movie luckily ends. Was it worth it? No, I feel like I just wasted my fucking time.
What can I tell you? Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July. There's nothing to it. I know it's meant for a much younger audience, but still, there's nothing to it. Like, I can't say anything about it. And I know I was much easier on the one from 1964 for being targeted towards a much younger audience. That's because I can see how it can be charming, how it can be entertaining, and good. This isn't. And I think I might actually like the one from 1998 better. At least, yes, it's really bad. But at least with that, it's like, Okay, here's this stupid thing. What's the next stupid thing I can talk about? This movie didn't even have that. This movie's just not fun. So are we done? Nope, there's still one more. That is Rudolph's Shiny New Year. New Year? But this is a Christmas special. Well, two things. First, when the fuck am I ever going to talk about this movie again? And second, I don't want to talk about any more Rudolph movies after this, so we might as well get this done. I don't want there to be a third video about Rudolph movies.
You know Rudolph, who guided and pulled Santa's sleigh, and who saved Christmas by lighting the way. But there's more to tell. Rudolph saved the New Year as well.
Oh, so Rudolph saved the New Year? What, was it just not gonna change?
The old year ends in a week, but this time there may not be another year to follow.
Yep, I was just kidding earlier. But nope. They just had to be as predictable as possible.
But wait, nobody could find their way anywhere in all this dark snow.
So basically there's a baby that is missing, and the new year will never come, so Santa sends Rudolph to save the day. After the opening scene comes the opening credits, and take a wild guess as to how they present it. So then we get introduced to Gandalf. His real name is Father Time, but I'm going to call him Gandalf. And the baby is named Baby New Year. Whatever. He of course also explains things, because, I mean, doesn't everyone have to?
Some sisters?
Who are you?
A friend? How do you do?
I don't know who you are, but please just back away from the camera, please.
So the camel takes Rudolph and this dude named Ticker. I really don't get why everyone has to do a time in this movie. And now they're on an adventure when a crow comes and the three start running away. Or more like the camel. The other two are just on its back, you know what I mean. And the camel's name is Court. So our main characters have already met Gandalf. Okay.
Away, it's like an old king stepping down and a new one taking its place. A baby New Year starts out every January the 1st. Innocent and young as springtime.
That's the baby? Kinda looks like he's trying to be Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons with his hair.
So it turns out that the Sideshow Bob baby was just one from the past while Gandalf sings about time. That was Gandalf, you know. Man, that baby sure grew up fast. I mean, he was just a little boy in January. But look at him the next September. He's all grown up.
This year, the diamond may not come down.
But what happened to the baby New Year?
He ran away. You see,
Well, you're just a fucking terrible parent. Assuming you're a parent.
big ears.
Oh, now we see the real Happy, and he ran away because he has giant ears and everyone laughs at him. See, I'm not even going to replay the amount of times they do that because they show people laughing at his ears so much.
That night, poor little Happy ran away, and we haven't seen hide or hair of him since.
He jumped out a window? He's gotta be dead after that. Nah, he ain't running away. He just committed suicide.
Walk along any sunny lane. Walking's better than any plane.
Oh, so this is a time travel movie now?
Okay, if you're going back in time to look for a baby to prevent the baby from leaving, unless you go back in time like a few days ago, I assume you're going back in time years ago. So, I don't think the baby was born yet.
A whale comes. Wow, I wish I cared. We meet a caveman, and I wish I cared. Turns out that Happy went back in time, so that makes a little more sense. Yeah, I just said time travel makes sense. Our characters find a new island, and I wish I cared. We meet a knight, and I wish I cared. We We get a montage of a kingdom, and I wish I cared. We meet Humpty Dumpty and, wait, what? Humpty Dumpty? Well, he's never to be seen again anyway, so. Then our characters go around asking people if they've seen Happy before doing the whole looking for someone when he's just walked right by them cliche happens. And I wish I cared. Then Happy goes into some house and he robs the house pretty much. Happened to belong to a bunch of bears.
Someone's been sitting in my chair.
And this baby bear, I don't know, there's just something really weird about him.
Someone's been sitting in my chair, and it got broke. Somebody broke my chair.
So the crow from the beginning has the baby. The whale gets him back, but the baby gets blown by the wind. Nice fucking job. We then meet Ben Franklin, and I wish I cared. So now we get a montage of Rudolph's past. I don't understand why we need this. So Rudolph cheers up the baby. Santa comes to pick up everyone and bring back the baby. Gandalf gives the crown to the baby. And everyone is able to celebrate the new year because we have the baby. Oh yeah, and I didn't even mention any musical numbers this time because none of them were really that noteworthy. And then the movie ends. Whoa, what? The movie ends?
Yeah, that's it for that one. It's short. Very short. And I'm kind of happy about that. I don't have to sit through that much. As you can see, I didn't care about anything. So in conclusion, the reason people remember all these Rudolph movies is because tradition. It's always reruns on TV every Christmas. Are these movies good at all? No. Some of them are definitely harmless, like the 1964 one or the 1948 one, but others are just really bad. And I'm not knocking Rankin Bass. I know, this whole video, I never mentioned Rankin Bass once. But they're the production company behind most of these movies. I think all of them except for the 1998 one. Every single one of them. And I don't recommend a single one of these. What I do recommend from them is actually Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, they actually did that one too. And that one's way better than any of these. But you know what? I'm a sucker for this. I'm going to think of an order of all of these movies from what I like the most to the ones that I like the least. Here we go. So I guess first, the one I dislike the least is probably the 1948 one. Because what's the point of even saying anything about it? That gets a pass out of 10. Then it would be the one from 1964. It's pretty bad, but I'm sure a 5-year-old will enjoy it, and it's not meant for anyone older than that, really. You can tell with the other movies that they're trying to appeal for all ages. This one, you can tell it's only trying to appeal for just a certain age group. So that gets a 6 out of 10. Then I'd say Rudolph's Shiny New Year, just because of how short it is and how easy it is. So that gets a 50-minute movie out of 10. Then I'd say the one from 1998. It just wasn't that good. But there are 2 movies worse than that one. That gets a Getting Laughed At Because of Your Nose out of 10. And then it would be Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July, because that movie was a whole lot of nothing. So that gets a The Possibilities of Christmas in July out of 10. And then the worst one I still think is The Island of the Misfit Toys. I covered that one last year. That gets a Canceled Christmas out of 10. So final thoughts, all in all really bad. Well, that was it for this one. This one was pretty long, yeah. Be sure to leave a comment about how I ruined your childhood. Be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe, and you may have noticed Santa Claus had a pretty significant role in all these movies. And he's starred in something that, believe this, is much worse than any of these other movies about Rudolph combined.